Well, you hear this all the time. It's important to network, especially when it comes to excelling in your career. But with social outings on hold and most people working from home, how can you successfully make those important connections in today's new normal? Here with tips on how to make it happen from home is networking specialist Shannon McKain. Welcome to the show, Shannon.
Aubrey, so good to see you.
So how can someone stay relevant in their industry without the formal networking events?
Yeah, well, Aubrey, the rules have changed just a little bit, but not too much. Remember the days where you did the speed networking and you're just handing out your business cards to everyone? Well, nobody likes that anyways. And so it's the same when we apply the rules to virtual. Nobody wants the spam emails. They want everything to be tailored and personalized. And so we want to make sure that we are creating meaningful connections, whether that's sending the emails, whether that's video chats or video calls, and really making that personalized introduction.
So how do you ensure you can create those meaningful relationships instead of just going through the motions?
Yeah, so it's all about that kind of 6 degrees of separation, finding something in common with the person that you're trying to network with. And so if you can figure out what their favorite sports team is, maybe perhaps you show up to the video call with your favorite sports team's mask or logo. For me, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Or maybe your favorite hobby that you grew up with. For me, it was National 4-H. And so if you can find those connections, then you can create that conversation and a personalized touch with it. Another example is that just the other day I had to have my car inspected, like we all do yearly or bi-yearly. And I got to thinking about it, that this is an interaction that I don't normally have, but I still had an opportunity to maybe expand my reach or my network. And so I just very simply asked the attendant, who was the person in charge of bringing in motivational speakers? And without missing a beat or a doubt, he gave me the name of the person. And so I looked that person up. Turns out we had several connections in common, and we were able to create the conversation. Humans are far more resilient and creative than we give ourselves credit for. We just need to think a little bit outside of the box than maybe we used to.
Well, how can we really network during COVID and capitalize on this time?
Yeah, so really thinking again outside of the box of saying, okay, going back to the beginning idea of what we are trying to achieve. If you are a musician that wants to expand your reach with your music, whether you're an entrepreneur, maybe you need to hit a sales quota within your W-2 paying job. So if you think about the initial idea of what you're trying to achieve, then you can create that strategy of saying, okay, here's how to go about tackling that. So I maybe know this person in this industry who has maybe 500 connections and can help me get there. And so maybe just starting out with that initial phone call. But you have to have that game plan and remember, going back to the basics, what is it that you're truly trying to achieve? And then you can go from there.
Yeah, keep that goal in mind. What about staying positive and confident? Right now, people can be getting down on themselves.
Oh, golly, I got to tell you, it's hit all of us hard. It's a new normal that we have never experienced, at least in our lifetime. And so really trying to go back to understanding ourselves, that core belief system and what gets us excited and out of bed every day. No one's going to put that fire in your belly. You've got to have that for yourself. So starting out with just waking up, showing up, asking questions, continuing to be whatever it is that you need to be to try to get and achieve the goals that you want. Maybe you need an accountability partner. Maybe you need a life coach. Maybe you need just something as simple as just a planner to try to help you stay on track. But staying motivated is important. You've got to want that for yourself.
Yeah, we've got to want it. So if someone is feeling stuck or they are not making any progress career-wise, what do you suggest?
Yeah, you've got to upset the apple cart. If you keep doing the same thing and you're not getting new results, then you've got to try something different. And so, as I mentioned a second ago, maybe trying to get an accountability partner, bouncing some ideas off somebody else, or just trying something different. Maybe running 3 miles a day is no longer working for you. Maybe you've got to try the stair stepper or riding a bike. Again, just upsetting that apple cart to try to find something new that'll trigger new pieces of inspiration and motivation for you.
I love it. You got to keep going and finding new ways to hit those goals. Shannon, where can viewers go for more of your great tips?
Yeah, so I'm all over the internet. My personal brand is alive and strong. It's Shannon L. McKain, and it's McKain, my last name.
All right, Shannon, thanks for joining us and offering your insight.
Thanks for having me.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.